Yeah, hi, Dr. Cullen.
Hello.
Now I have a new query, and the query is that you showed us a lot of breath practices. Now, is there any pre-practice to be done before all the breath practices, so as to one can get more benefits out of the practice,
Well,
out
Shyam,
of
it's
the
a
meeting?
very fascinating question, actually, because often enough people say, I do pranayam or Kapalabhati, and first thing in the morning, I do Kapalabhati. First thing in the morning, I do. And it's great. It's great. Whatever you do, you wake up and do your things. But you know, one thing we forget that we breathe through a gateway. There's something called a gateway. And the gateway is, we have two gateways, mouth and the nose. And nose has two nostrils. Now, if you're doing mouth breathing, it's not very good anyway. As we know, mouth breathing will lead to a problem because it can lead to less of moisturization. In fact, drying out can happen, and also, colder air. All these things are not good. They can constrict the airway. Cold air and also dry air. These are too bad. You probably have heard about it, but for asthma, people who have asthma and also allergies, cold air and dry air is not good. That's the reason why we talk about moisturization and steam inhalation and all that stuff. You know that already. That's very prevalent to use that. That's the reason for it, because the body likes warm air. The body likes moisture. These are and two systems are important. One is circulation is important, and second is airway. How does that help? I'm deviating a little bit more, but there is a reason, the background behind this. If there's a cold air and the circulation constricts, the oxygen has to go in the lung and connect and exchange with the blood oxygen, right? That's what it is. If the blood circulation starts constricting, not only in the airway, but supposing cold outside, now people have cold weather, your hand become little blanched, white and things like that. And that's circulation constricting. So not only the oxygen doesn't reach this area from here into the lung, but also different areas. So cold, warm atmosphere, warm surrounding environment is always helpful. That is always helpful. Second thing, the circulation, particularly in the nose area and also in the lungs, the circulation is less. All the immune cells or white blood cells or things that are really going to help attacking the bacteria and viruses and everything, they cannot reach in numbers, you see. So even the army is less. So having a colder air, and same thing with moisture, dry. So the airway passages go down. Now that's why we're talking about not the mouth breathing. So even the breath exercises, when you do any of the people yoga practices or Tai Chi, Qigong, Zen yoga, any of the breath practices, everybody says breathe through the nose. Breathe through the nose. And we know that part to be true. Now, here's the equation, okay? Here's the equation I want to ask you. We have two openings here. If your nose was blocked, one side even, how much air would you get? Less than the two open. Yeah, less, right? We have this experience. This is not a Einstein question, we have one, if one is open, and many times we have blocked nose, and so it is a problem breathing. Even the speaking, for example, I have blocked my nose. I'm speaking. Everything changes, And many times the nose is blocked. You don't feel very good, do you? You even have air hunger. People have air hunger sometimes because I don't feel good. If you look at somebody with blocked nose, his or her face will change like that. It will show a little bit of concern. Yeah,
A bit
mainly
irritated.
because
The person is
mainly
getting
because it is blocked. Yeah, and if you're a child, if you look at a child, that's what happens. And you say, all of a sudden they don't even to speak. They'll say, "Why, gee, is your nose blocked? Are you able to breathe? Okay." So therefore, both nostril being open is the first prerequisite. In fact, that's a must.
Yeah.
This is a must. This is a fun step that is must before any breath practices are done to get the most benefit. You asked me what most benefit because you have more air open. Now, I meant a little bit before in one of the previous conversations we had. There's a nasal cycle. The nasal cycle is such that the brain here, this is the brain that controls the passage here, and it keeps one open at one time. And you say, is that smart? Is not air would not be enough? Air can be enough, but if you get more during a practice, it has a better benefit. So
Easily.
one of the reasons why the air passage one at a time is open is because the brain thinks like this. If I keep both of them open, I am secreting some secretions here, which everybody has. It will dry out. We have dry eyes situation when the tears don't fall, and the dry eyes have a problem, itching, irritation. Same thing with a dry nose, it crusts inside and can have a problem. If you dry, again, we talked about that drying. So one nostril at a time, it will send a little bit more circulation and have more secretion on one side and less on one side. So dry, therefore the open nostril will be one at a time. And that's about 2.5 to 3 hours cycle during the day and even during the night. So many times people say, why is like that? But this is normal. This is normal even without the person having infection or secretions or nasal congestion or anything like that. So therefore, this is nasal cycle. So whenever we start, let's say when we get up in the morning, first thing that is a must is to unblock the nose or check. So let's do this. Let's check one nostril at a time. Inhale, exhale. Check the amount of air going, okay? If you want to check the temperature coming out, put your arm down here and inhale. You know that the cooler air is going in the nostril. You can feel the coldness. Now exhale. What's the temperature of that air coming out?
It's a bit hot.
Yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah. Warm. Are both open for you?
Almost. This is a little block, but this
Little.
is totally.
Okay. So when you start out with a little block, what do you do? So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hold your breath. Pinch your nose. Go up and down. Till you are not able to hold your breath anymore. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. Then when you are ready, let go. Take a deep breath now. Big breath. We got about big and deep both, remember?
Yeah.
Now, let's do one more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hold your breath, pinch your nose. This time we'll do side to side. Particularly, yours is left side. Does it make a difference, left side or right side? Both sides you are doing anyway. Do as long as you can. Hold your breath, hold your breath, hold your breath. You done feel quickly.
Yeah, I couldn't hold more.
You could hold more. Okay. Now, check the nose again. Compare with the other side. How is that?
Yeah, this became more open now.
More
Which
open.
one?
Okay. So now smile and breathe. Getting more air?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a way to open up before. Now you'll ask me, okay, if it's a nasal cycle, the brain is so smart, will it clog up one nostril again? Yeah, of
One
course.
second.
But did I say 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
So how long are you going to do your breath practice?
Continuously.
Not that long.
Not that long, obviously.
Okay. But you'll get all the benefits. So now you do Kapalabhati.
Yeah, it becomes easier.
Becomes easier. I'm going to show you one more technique because many times your nose gets blocked when you're outside. The pollen is there, dust is there, whatever. The air is not good, polluted air, That time, you can stop and do this. But if you're walking, you can do even during walking. So let me show you how you do the walking. So let's stand up. And now what you will do is you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. After exhalation, pinch your nose, hold your breath and walk. Walk about 15 steps. 10, 15 steps. And breathe again. Hold your breath. At the end of exhalation, walk again, 15 steps. One more cycle. Okay. So now what we did is walking. Walking increases the requirement for the air. And that indicates more things. One thing is it increases nitric oxide. Just this whole blocking the nose increases nitric oxide. Holding the breath increases that. It also increases the carbon dioxide a little bit because you're not expelling the carbon dioxide. Both these gases are very helpful to open up the air passages. Okay? So, in summary, the important part is this. I mean, I understand that I also didn't teach this before, but I'm realizing that more and more as I practice more, that if I have both my nostrils open, my goodness, the whole practice is so different. Any of the practices. And so in yogic practices, if you notice, they do talk about alternate nostril breathing. So let's do this. Alternate nostril, one more. Inhale. Exhale through the other nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Now, even alternate nostril breathing is not meant directly to open it up. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. And then the other thing you can do is block one inhale and do a little sinus tapping and massage. Do the other side.
While doing the tapping, I don't have to breathe out.
You can breathe in and out, yes.
Okay.
Breathe in and out. You can do inhalation, exhalation. In fact, you will notice when you inhale and exhale, notice how much of air is coming in and going. Okay, I want you to do this. Just inhale without bending the head, just inhale and exhale. Notice the amount of air, okay? Now bend it, bend your head the other way, the other way, the other way. Now inhale and tap. Notice the amount of air.
It comes out, goes in, comes out more.
More air. More air.
More air.
More air.
Yeah.
Let's do one more time. Just inhale normally. Inhale one nostril block. Sorry, one nostril block. Okay. Inhale. The amount of air. Amount of air is what you're checking. Now bend, tap, and inhale. What's your experience?
It becomes easier.
Easier amount of air. I'm asking the amount of air.
Yeah.
Easier an amount of air. What is the amount of air? Does it increase or no?
Yeah, it does. It does.
You know why? Because we are now, with tapping, we are circulating that air within the sinus quicker. We are assisting the air. We are pushing the air around by tapping.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
So yeah, these are very crucial steps before any breath practice. Okay?
True. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for asking me the question.
Yeah.